As the days before the wedding ticked away, Ellen received a distressing call from her mother. "Ellen, your father's condition has worsened. You need to come home immediately." Her mother's voice crackled through the phone. Ellen's face turned pale as she absorbed the gravity of the situation. "I'll come right away," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Without hesitation, Ellen packed her bags and left for her father's side. Ellen's fingers trembled slightly as she dialed Eric's number, the reality of her father's condition sinking in with each ring. When Eric answered, his voice was warm and steady. "Ellen, is everything all right?" Eric asked. "Eric, I just got a call from my mother. My father's condition has worsened. I need to go see him right away." "Do you want me to come with you? I can be there in no time." "No, Eric, it's all right. I need to be with my family right now. I'll let you know if I need you to come." Eric's voice softened. "Are you sure, Ellen? I don't want you to go through this alone." "I'm sure," Ellen replied, trying to sound more confident than she felt. "Thank you for understanding. Of course, please keep me updated. I'll be thinking of you and your father," Eric said gently. "Thank you, Eric," Ellen said, her voice breaking slightly. "I'll call you as soon as I know more." "Take care, Ellen. Don't hesitate to call me if you need anything. I mean it." "I will." In the quiet solitude of her cottage, Anna found herself yearning for a change of scenery. Deciding to take a break from her familiar surroundings, she ventured to the nearby city's museum, seeking solace and distraction in art. Upon entering the museum, Anna was immediately drawn to Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. She stood before the painting, captivated by the swirling patterns and the intense colors that seemed to pulse with life. John, a frequent visitor to the museum, noticed Anna's intense fascination. "It's rare to see someone so captivated by Starry Night. Do you know the story behind it?" Anna turned to John, her eyes bright with interest. "Not entirely. I've heard a bit about Van Gogh's struggles and his unique style, but I'd love to know more." John's face lit up with enthusiasm. "Van Gogh painted this while he was in an asylum. It's said that the painting reflects his emotional state, both the chaos and the beauty he saw in the world around him." Anna's eyes widened. "That's fascinating. You can almost feel his turmoil and hope in the brushstrokes." They continued discussing the painting, sharing their thoughts on art and life. Their conversation deepened, touching on their personal stories and passions. Hours passed in what felt like moments, and as they parted ways, John felt a pang of reluctance. "I really enjoyed our time together, Anna. I hope we can do this again." Anna smiled, feeling a connection she hadn't expected. "I'd like that, John. Thank you for the lovely evening." Back at her family home, Ellen wrote in her journal, her pen moving frantically across the pages. "I'm here with my father, but my heart aches for Eric. I know he's trying to be there for me, but I can't shake the feeling that something is missing. Even in his absence, I feel our relationship growing colder." At a corner table, Eric and John, longtime friends, sat across from each other, their laughter mingling with the hum of the bar. "So, John, tell me more about this amazing girl you met. You seemed pretty smitten." "Man, you wouldn't believe it. Her name is Annabella. We met at the museum. She was just standing there, mesmerized by Van Gogh's Starry Night. I had to strike up a conversation." Eric raised an eyebrow, a playful smirk on his lips. "And what did you two talk about?" John took a sip of his beer, his expression animated. "We talked about the painting, of course. She's so insightful, and she knows so much about art. We ended up having this amazing conversation about Impressionism and the emotions captured in Van Gogh's work." Eric's interest piqued. He leaned in. "Sounds like you really hit it off. What's she like?" John's face softened, reflecting genuine admiration. "She's beautiful, intelligent, and has this incredible sense of humor. It felt like we had known each other forever. We spent hours just talking and getting to know each other. She's got this amazing energy, so different from anyone I've ever met. I'm really looking forward to seeing her again. Sounds like you've met someone special, John. I'm glad for you." "How about you, Eric? How is Anna?" John asked. "I write to her every day, trying to keep what we have as friends," Eric replied. John frowned slightly. "Eric, how can you be friends with someone you're falling in love with every day? That's impossible. If you don't stop now, one of them will suffer, Anna or Ellen. You can't play with love, it will consume you." "There's this connection with Anna. She is my soulmate. When I want to run, something pulls me back to her," Eric said, his voice filled with emotion. "Be frank with yourself, Eric. You can't keep them both," John said. "I know," Eric admitted, his voice heavy with resignation. Eric took a sip of his drink, the weight of his thoughts evident. It's tough when you're still holding on to something that wasn't meant to be. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden light across the tranquil lake. Anna sat on a wooden bench, her gaze fixed on the shimmering surface. Eric approached from a distance, his face etched with a mix of anticipation and apprehension. "Anna, I got your letter. I came as soon as I could." Anna took a deep breath, trying to steady her emotions. "Eric, thank you for coming. There's something I need to tell you." "What is it, Anna?" "I've met someone. He makes me feel special in ways I didn't think possible." Eric's face fell, but he quickly masked his disappointment with a hopeful smile. "Anna, please know. You're engaged, Eric, and I can't do that to Ellen. This thing inside of me, it's... Anna, please don't open your heart to someone else. Please, Anna." "No, Eric, you can't ask me that. You're getting married," Anna said, her voice firm but gentle. Eric pleaded, "Anna, have faith with me. Just one more month." Anna looked away, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Eric, it's not just about us. I've been thinking about how complicated this is for both of us. I need you to stop writing to me. It's too painful to hold on to something that isn't meant to be." Eric's heart ached at her words. "Anna, please don't say that. I don't want to lose you. You've been an important part of my life. Just 1 month." Anna's breath caught in her throat as she felt the warmth of his touch. She looked into his eyes, seeing the depth of his feelings and sincerity. "Eric, The world blurred around them as they held each other, their hearts beating in unison. Anna rested her head on Eric's shoulder, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. Eric whispered into her hair, "I don't want to let go of what we have. Please, just wait a little longer. I need to make things right." Anna's grip on him tightened, her emotions a turbulent mix of love and sadness. "I can't wait forever, Eric, but I'll always remember this moment. You've been a part of my life that I'll never forget." They held each other for a long time, the setting sun casting a warm glow over the scene. "Anna, please pray with me every night," Eric said, his voice choked with emotion. "I assure you, I've never been intimate with Ellen. God knows it's just something that happened to me. Since I met you, I understand true love. I know God will do something because I am sincere. If you pray with me every night, God will hear us." Anna whispered, "Goodbye, Eric." The restaurant buzzed with the lively hum of conversation and clinking glasses. John approached the table, concern evident on his face. "Anna, I was worried after your call. How are you? Is everything all right?" Anna looked up, her eyes reflecting a mix of emotions. "I'm okay, John. I just needed to talk to you about something important." John took a seat, his gaze steady and attentive. "Of course, Anna. You know I'm here for you. What's on your mind?" Unbeknownst to them, Eric entered the restaurant for a business meeting. As he walked through the door, he scanned the room, spotting John and Anna at their table. A flicker of curiosity crossed his face, but he chose to sit at a distant table, out of sight, observing them from afar. Anna took a deep breath, meeting John's gaze with a steady look. "John, I really appreciate our time together. You bring joy to my life, and each time we spend together, I always learn something new. I really appreciate your spirit. You are such a kind, thoughtful, and wonderful person. But to be honest, we can be friends, but we can't be close, because my heart belongs to someone else." John's face softened, a mixture of understanding and disappointment in his eyes. "I understand, Anna. I don't want to make things complicated for you. I'll respect your wishes." "So, John, tell me more about this amazing girl you met." "Man, you wouldn't believe it. Her name is Annabella. We met at the museum." "I've met someone. He makes me feel special in ways I didn't think possible." Eric paced restlessly in his office. Unable to shake off the thoughts of Anna and John, he picked up the phone and dialed John's number. "Hey John, can we meet? I need to talk to you about something." "Sure, Eric. What's up?" John replied, sensing the seriousness in Eric's tone. At the scheduled meeting, John arrived at Eric's office, looking slightly puzzled. Eric gestured for him to sit, his face serious as he began the conversation. "I saw you with Annabella today," Eric said, his voice tense. "She seemed happy." John's face brightened at the mention of Annabella. "Oh yeah, Annabella is incredible. We had such a great time." "John, I need to tell you something. Annabella, she's actually Anna, the same Anna I told you about." John's expression shifted to confusion. "Anna? Which Anna?" "My Anna," Eric said, his voice heavy with emotion. "The one I've been writing letters to, the one I care about deeply. I never mentioned her full name, but Annabella and Anna are the same person." "What?" "Eric, I am sorry, I'll call you later. I can't stay." As John left the office, Eric sat alone, his thoughts swirling. The evening's revelations had only deepened his resolve to confront his feelings and make things right with both Anna and Ellen. The path ahead was uncertain, but Eric knew he had to face it with honesty and courage. "Eric, I need to talk to you." Eric looked up. "Ellen, what's wrong?" "I found this in your desk. Who is Anna?" "Ellen, I can explain," Eric began, his voice strained. "Anna is someone I've been writing to. She means a lot to me, but it's not what it seems. Eric, you've been hiding this from me. How long has this been going on? Do you even care about me?" "Ellen, I do care about you, but I also care about Anna. I never meant to hurt you. I'm trying to figure things out, and I'm sorry for not being honest." "To figure things out, what do you mean, Eric?" "Eric, we are getting married. Anna is my past now. I will marry you." Ellen shook her head, tears streaming down her face. "You should have been upfront with me from the beginning. I don't know if I can trust you now." Eric stepped closer, his voice pleading. "Ellen, please, let's talk about this. I need to make things right." But Ellen, feeling overwhelmed and betrayed, turned and walked out, leaving Eric standing alone in his office. The weight of the revelation hung heavily, marking a turning point in their relationship and setting the stage for the challenges yet to come.